This is part 3 of the series, What to Do When Something or Everything or Anything is Going Wrong in Your Life. So far we have discussed having compassion with ourselves, radical acceptance, not doing that thing that you've done in the past. We've discussed how to do differently by beginning to look at things from a soul's eye view and realizing the soul themes that are occurring. Once you become aware of some of the soul themes, the things that have repeated in your life, the patterns that keep happening, and you can even write those down. It's really helpful to keep like a little list of those so that you can see what those are because they are begging for your attention. Now you look at your current challenge. Maybe your current challenge is that you got a bad diagnosis from your doctor recently. Or maybe your current challenge is that you have yet another financial problem and financial upheaval in your life. Or maybe you've had the same argument once again, or the same feeling in the pit of your stomach once again when it's come to a challenge with a family member. Or perhaps you have just lost yet another job in the same field and you cannot understand why you cannot seem to retain and keep jobs in the field that you're in. So now you're going to be asking yourself some critical questions. And you're not going to do that thing that you used to do, which is to get mad or criticize or push against the issue or blame other people or feel victimized or put your head in the sand. You're not going to do that this time. Instead, this time you're going to look at this soul theme. So you're going to ask yourself, how is this issue, how is this challenge, this problem that's happening right now in my life, related to a larger soul theme that my soul has been knocking on my door constantly, trying to get me to open, to realize, to do different, to finally wake up and finally get it. What does my soul, how is it trying to help me to get something, to do something differently? And I'm going to give you a hint. You are always, the thing you're going to need to do differently is always going to be based in love. And chances are the actions, behaviors, issues that you have are happening in the way that they are because you are somehow not behaving in love. You are not behaving in alignment with love and the highest energy and your soul's purpose, your authentic self, alignment with who you really are. You're coming at this from a lower place that's not working for you. And you've done that over and over again in this particular issue. So your soul, remember that soul's eye view, it's trying to get you, it's trying to help coordinate with you, trying to get that human view, that human part of yourself to reach up and align with a more loving, higher place of doing this particular issue. And if you do that, you will be able to overcome or supersede it in some way. So let's say, for instance, you got a bad diagnosis from your doctor about something. When I say bad, I mean bad. The doctor told you something negative, whatever it may be. Let's say you do the same thing you've done over and over and over again when you've had an issue cross your path. Let's say you stress about it, you micromanage it, you try to hyper control it, you worry about it. Let's say you do that. And that's just you doing that same thing you've done so many times. But your soul is saying, come on, man, we got to do differently. Now you have a bigger issue than you've had before. You've done this over the smaller issues, that same micromanaging way of handling life. Let's do this differently now. Let's take a different stance. Let's get into a place of love. Let's heal your body with joy. Let's release some of all of that control and try to co-create with your divine intelligence instead of pushing and forcing all of the solutions. Let's do something different. Let's use this challenge as a way to change your behavior or to grow in a very new way that will align you more with having a relationship with your divine intelligence and with your deeper soul that is based in love and creation and trust. Or let's say that you've had jobs in the same field over and over and over again, and it's so difficult for you, that job. It just doesn't feel like it fits. In one way or another, it makes you angry, or it's not really pulling on your greatest desires or skills or interests because it's not really speaking to your authentic self. Well, your most recent issue at the job where it blew up and it's not working, and maybe you're getting fired or laid off, or maybe you're having yet another problem there and you feel very depressed when you're at work, is because somehow that soul's eye view is trying to help your human self come into an alignment with being brave enough to look at what is your authentic life purpose. What is the job or jobs or attitude you need to have at your current job that would be more in alignment with who you really are versus this job or this way that you keep doing your job. Or let's say your issue is with finances and you have yet another financial problem. So this is a theme for you. A soul theme is finances. And so yeah, now your current challenge is finances again. And what you want to do is get angry about it or blame other people for it. But what you need to do is to have that compassion, have that radical acceptance, take a nice deep breath and say, okay, what is my soul really trying to learn or accomplish through this human experience when it comes to my finances? Let's see. I've constantly had a poor relationship with money. I'm angry about money. I inherited a lot of beliefs about there not being much or there's a lack of abundance. I handle money poorly when I really look at it. I don't respect it. I really don't honor it. I don't have a good financial plan. I don't do budgeting. If I really were to look at this, now, what can I do when I take, what is my soul trying to learn through this experience? It's trying to learn how to, trying to teach me how to have a particular energy about money. It's trying to teach me how to find the new skills and crafts that are necessary for me to perhaps make more money, push me into different fields or different types of work where I can make more money that would be more authentic fields for me to be in. It's trying to help me take some different levels of responsibility with money and stop blaming other people for it. It's trying to help me clean up my behaviors when it comes to money and see that I have benefited very much from some of the choices that I've made in the past related to money. It's trying to help me learn how to get into a prosperous attitude when it comes to money and be in alignment with a particular energy about money. There's so many options here. What is your soul trying to learn from your challenges with money? So now that we have a little bit more of a sense of what am I trying to learn? How is my soul trying to grow and become more in alignment with who I really am and with a state of love and positive energy? When we get that sense of it, we ask ourselves those questions. Now we're going to move on to step 4, which is what to do with this information. See you at step 4. Until then, be well.